Operation Sindoor was sparked by a terrorist attack on tourists in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, in April 2025. This incident served as a grim reminder of the evolving pattern of asymmetric warfare targeting civilians and military personnel. India's response was deliberate, precise, and strategic, utilizing indigenous high-tech systems in national defense. The key events. The trigger. Terrorist attack on tourists in Pahalgam, April 2025. Pakistan's aggression drone and missile strikes on multiple Indian military targets in northern and western India on May 7 to 8, 2025. India's response: neutralization of threats using integrated counter-UAS grid and air defense systems, followed by targeted strikes on Pakistani airbases and air defense systems. Key technologies: indigenous systems like Akash, a short-range surface-to-air missile system, and loitering munitions demonstrated exceptional
India's
performance.
air
Defense systems successfully foiled multiple attempts by Pakistan to retaliate, showcasing the country's growing technological self-reliance in military operations. Operation Sindoor highlights India's commitment to defense indigenization and its ability to leverage technology to assert its role as a high-tech milit. Full video in description. Please like and share. Jai Hindu. Jai Bharat.
22nd April 2025 witnessed terror striking Pahalgam, where 26 innocent, unarmed people were massacred. Pakistan begged terrorists, asked people their religion, and killed them in a clear attempt to incite communal violence and divide India from within. But the unfortunate incident brought the nation together as people stood by the victims. As anger boiled against the terrorists, India united. The government acted swiftly, decisively, and with strategic clarity.
I say to the whole world, India will identify, track, and punish every terrorist and their backers. We will pursue them to the ends of the earth. India's spirit will never be broken by terrorism. Terrorism will not go unpunished. Every effort will be made to ensure that justice is done.
Using calculated force, India launched Operation Sindoor on May 7 to destroy the terror bases behind the attack. Operation Sindoor was conceived to punish the perpetrators and planners of terror and aimed to dismantle terror infrastructure across the border. The operation was undertaken under self-imposed restraint to avoid collateral damage, and only terrorist targets were neutralized, avoiding civilian harm. The Indian Armed Forces launched coordinated and precise missile strikes on 9 terrorist sites, 4 located in Pakistan, including Bahawalpur and Muridke, and 5 in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, such as Muzaffarabad and Kotli. These locations were key command centers of Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba, responsible for major attacks like Pulwama in 2019 and Mumbai in 2008. While India's plan of action remained focused, measured and non-escalatory, targeting only terrorists, Pakistan retaliated with drone and missile attacks on Indian cities and military bases on May 7, 8 and 9. It used drones and shelling to target religious sites. The Shambhu temple in Jammu, the Gurudwara in Poonch and Christian convents were attacked. These were not random strikes. They were part of a plan to fracture India's unity. India's air defense systems were on point from the start, intercepting all incoming threats, resulting in minimal loss of life or property. On the other hand, Pakistan's HQ-9 air defense system was put on the stretcher by the Indian Armed Forces. Kamikaze drones were deployed by India to neutralize Pakistan's air defense capabilities, including disabling Lahore's air defense system and destroying radar facilities near Gujranwala. The night of May 9-10 marked a historic first. India became the first nation to successfully strike the air bases of a nuclear-armed country. Demonstrating unmatched military prowess, India targeted 11 military installations including Noor Khan, Rafiki, Murid, Sukur, Sialkot, Pasrur, Chunian, Sargodha, Skardu, Bolari and Jacobabad in just 3 hours. Anybody wanting proof of that should see satellite images before and after the strike on Shahbaz Air Base in Jacobabad to understand the scale of destruction. Major ammunition depots and air bases such as Sargodha and Bolari, where F-16 and JF-17 fighter jets were stationed, were targeted. The result? Nearly 20% of Pakistan's Air Force infrastructure was destroyed. Over 50 individuals, including squadron leader Usman Yusuf and 4 airmen, were killed at Bolari Air Base and several Pakistani fighter jets were destroyed.